14 lies with which Ambazonians in the diaspora have deceived the gullible population of Southwest and Northwest who believe in Ambazonia. Number one, let us boycott schools for 1 year. By so doing, UNESCO will declare the year a blank year academically, and the United Nations will step in and give Ambazonia independence, because the boycott will serve as a sign that Ambazonians are determined. Unfortunately, though we all believed in that lie, preached the same lie, defended that particular lie, and almost laid down our lives for that lie, yet the UNESCO did not declare the year a blank academic year. Instead, the director, the representative of UNESCO in Central Africa, debunked this lie that same 2017. And the United Nations never stepped in to give Ambazonians independence. That was the fattest lie of the year 2017. Second lie with which diasporans have used to deceive the gullible population. Let us raise money and hire a US-based law firm in the name of Follyhug, who shall sue President Paul Biya and the nation of Cameroon at the International Criminal Court, then lobby for the independence of Ambazonia. $35,000 were raised that same year and given to the people of Follyhug. Up till date, not even a petition have been presented against Pobia by that same law firm. That was a scam, and it remains a scam up to date. And no independence has come so far through Follyhug. Number 3 lie. Let us form a government. It will legitimize our cause. The United Nations will recognize our government, and other countries will give us recognition as well. As a result, our independence will come fast. A government was formed in July of 2017 in Ogun State, beside Lagos State, where Sisiku Ayoktabe was elected as the chairman of the governing council, after which he transformed the governing council to an interim government. So far, no country gave legitimacy to that so-called government. As a matter of fact, we were deceived that it was a government. It's not a government, it's a group. It's not a government, it's a group. So no country gave legitimacy to that group, neither did any foreign body give recognition to that group, talk less of independence. The fourth lie Ambazonians have deceived themselves with is declaration of independence and massive brutal protests on the 1st of October 2017. He said that will give Ambazonians independence. Unfortunately, after the declaration of independence, or the so-called declaration of independence on the 1st of October 2017, and the brutal massive protests around the territory of Southwest and Northwest, instead of independence, people lost their lives because some of us were provoked to go and attack the military that were well armed, and as a result, lives were lost. As a matter of fact, prior to that 1st of October, various WhatsApp groups were created where people were mobilizing themselves. See how people wanted to commit suicide. They were mobilizing themselves to go to Buea because they so much believed that they would be independent on the 1st of October. My brother, that same 1st of October, my friend, late Akuma Fru, called me from Ecom and said, "Bros, I am about to enter because we are going to Buea." Honorable Wiba Joseph was in Kumba. He was hindered in Kumba. He came from Ekondo Titi to Kumba. He was hindered in Kumba because his aim was that he was rushing to Buea. He was rushing to Buea to be the person to declare the independence from Buea, so that Sisiku's own declaration will be ignored. Unfortunately, the police hindered Wiba in Kumba, so his own plans was aborted. My fifth lie Ambazonians have been telling themselves is that let us buy guns and start confronting Cameroon army. Because whenever the United Nations see blood flowing in the streets, they will come and immediately intervene. Thus, they can organize a referendum, and in that referendum, we will vote for our independence. So we actually provoked the flow of blood by purchasing guns so we can confront the Cameroon army, believing that blood will flow, and when the United Nations will see the flow of blood in the streets of Southwest and Northwest, they will be moved, and by virtue of that, they will now come in and intervene and organize a referendum to give Southern Cameroon independence. Foul. That did not happen. Instead, we lost many Cameroonians. Many Cameroonians have lost their lives in this senseless war. Number 6 lie that Ambazonians have been telling themselves. Number 6, let us buy Odeshi to protect our fighters against the bullets of Cameroon soldiers. Friends, Odeshi is a scam. Let me tell you what Odeshi is. You see this? These are herbs. Concussion is meant to cure, is an African traditional medicine meant to cure malaria, waist pain, all those things. You know it. So what is Odeshi? It's a concoction mixed by scammers who have an idea in African medicine, and they will pour hot drink and whiskey inside of this concoction, and they will cut the body of fighters and ask them to drink this from time to time before they go to fight. And they give them the impression that this is Odeshi to protect them against any bullet that is shot at them. Unfortunately, more Ambazonian fighters have died by bullet than any other thing in this world. This concoction, by virtue of the fact that it is whiskey and hot drink that is inside, what happens is that when you drink it, it helps you to be high, to be drunk. And when you are drunk, you lose consciousness. So by virtue of the fact that you have lost consciousness, you believe, it's just like somebody who have smoked weed. You now believe that the whole world is inside your palm. And by the time bullet penetrates you, you are nowhere to be found to explain how you found yourself in the wall of your ancestors. So Odeshi is a scam, is a lie, and it has killed Amazonian fighters more than what HIV has done in the entire Cameroon for the past 10 years. The seventh lie Amazonians have lied to themselves is that let us create a humanitarian crisis that will cause millions of our people to be displaced or move to neighboring countries as refugees. This will draw the attention of the international mainstream media houses. As a result, the United Nations will be interested to talk about our case so our independence can come fast. Lies from hellfire. So they created the humanitarian crisis. They pushed, they incited the people into violence. They pushed the people to believe that the military is after them, the government is after them, Cameroon government wants to kill them. So the people, out of panic, fled and left their villages and their communities to the forest, to neighboring countries, as refugees, as internally displaced people. And the aim of Amazonians is that they want the mainstream media in the international platform to talk about this. And when the mainstream international media talks about this, the international community will be interested, the United Nations will be interested, and they will bring their case on the table that will facilitate their independence. So far, so worst. No independence is coming anywhere, not even in the next 300 years. Number 8 lie Amazonians have told themselves is that let us engage in social media propaganda, manipulation, and conspiracy theories in order to internationalize their case. As a result, they will gain the attention and sympathy of the international community who may facilitate their independence. They have fabricated lies, manipulation, propaganda, conspiracy theory. The headquarters of it is Amazonians. These mentally agitated individuals, they are the authors of conspiracy theory. As a matter of fact, they go ahead and bomb a district hospital like what they did in Kumba District Hospital was done. The Kumba District Hospital was bombed by late General Divine of Kumba, instructed by the IG. They went and bombed the district hospital and were the first to accuse Cameroon authorities that they have bombed the district hospital. For Christ's sake, is it not the Cameroon authority that built that hospital? Why would they destroy what they built? What do they gain? So, in fact, if you want to know the origin of bombings, go back in 2017. Who started burning down schools? Who started burning down houses? That is why you will know who is the author, the mentor, the commanders-in-chief of bonintology. Permit me for the use of this grammar. You get it? So they will commit havoc like the American missionary. That American missionary was killed by Amazonians. They killed him because they wanted the attention of America so as to gain international sympathy. Florence Ayafo was killed by Amazonians. And they blamed Cameroon government because they want to gain international sympathy. Friends, and they feel by gaining international sympathy, they will have their independence through that medium. That is a lie from hell. Number 9 reason why, number 9 lies that Ambazonians have told themselves is that they commit crimes against humanity and war crimes against their population and against the population of Southwest and Northwest, and they blame Cameroon for it. And they are doing that because they want to cause the international community to see Cameroon as a bad country. Then they see themselves as victims, so that the international community will now take side with them and give them independence. I have just given examples. They bury people alive, rape people and kill them, kidnap people, and at the end of the day collect money from them and bury them, cut people's leg, cut people's head, cut people's hand. Those are war crimes and crimes against humanity. And after doing all those things, they blame Cameroon just because they are looking for international sympathy. Number 10 lie that Ambazonians have told themselves. They say, let us destroy the economy of Southwest and Northwest. By so doing, the international community will take us serious and come to our aid. Yes, they have destroyed Sonara, they have destroyed MTN, they destroyed Orange, they destroyed Nextel in some places, they destroyed CDC, they destroyed PAMO, they have destroyed many companies. Now the question Ambazonians should ask themselves is, who is the loser? Who were the people that were most employed by these companies? All of these companies are in Southwest and Northwest. And it's our brothers and sisters, our parents, our uncles and aunties that were working in these companies. So if we destroy these companies as we have done, it therefore means we are penalizing our own population and not the other way around. So Ambazonians are the type of people who take a razor blade and wound themselves and blood is flowing, then they expect the other person to cry. They expect the other person to cry. The frustration, the suffering, the agony, the pain that the population of Southwest and Northwest are going through is caused by Ambazonians who claim that they love the population. Now, number 11 lie that Ambazonians have told themselves is that let us lie that we have the list of counties who have recognized us and will be playing a friendly football match with some of them. This will cause panic in Yaoundé. As a result, Yaoundé will be forced to beg us for negotiation. That is a childish lie. They have been announcing, so and so countries have recognized, they have pledged allegiance, they have signed a treaty. Where is that treaty? Where is that recognition? Where is that declaration of recognition? It does not exist. This Ambazonian is a scam. Before I realized this, I took time to observe, analyze, and ask myself plenty of questions before realizing that Ambazonia is a scam, Ambazonia is a demon, Ambazonia is worse than coronavirus. Number 12 lie that Ambazonians have lied to themselves. They said, let us lie to the world that President Paul Biya declared war on us. This will make us look like innocent victims who are merely acting in self-defense, so we will not be seen as terrorists. Actually, the Ambazonians are the terrorists. If you go by the definition of terrorism, the terrorists of Central Africa are Ambazonians. I repeat, the terrorists of Central Africa are Ambazonians. They are worse than Boko Haram. Ambazonian terrorism is worse than the terrorism of Boko Haram. Because Boko Haram does not cut the heads of their own. But Ambazonians cut the head of their own. Boko Haram do not bury people alive. Ambazonians bury people alive. Number 13th lie that Ambazonians have told themselves. So let us impose ghost town and lockdown in southwest and northwest. This is a sign that we are in control of our territory and not Yaoundé, so that the international community will give us the independence we need. Lies from hellfire. Let me tell you something. The last ghost town or the last civil disobedience that was fully obeyed by the population of Southwest and Northwest was on or before October 1st, 2017. After that date, every other civil disobedience that was obeyed by the population is under duress. They managed to obey it because of the guns the boys are carrying. Let me tell you something. To prove that Ambazonians are not in control, let them drop down their guns. Nobody will obey ghost town. Nobody will obey lockdown. So the population are obeying under duress. Under duress. So the oppressors, the actual oppressors of the people of Southwest and Northwest are Ambazonians. They are the oppressors of the people of Southwest and Northwest. Now, number 14 reason why, number 14 lie that Ambazonians are telling themselves is that, oh, let's recruit and arm jobless boys and girls, school dropouts, ex-convicts, area boys who have no stake in the country and nothing to lose. And let's flatter them with the titles like generals, commanders, field marshal, Rambo. Then deceive them that their ranks are internationally recognized, and after independence, all of them will maintain their military ranks with the National Army of Ambazonia and will give them national award. And let's even fake promises to them that from time to time, while waiting for independence, we shall bring them to Europe and America for vacation. So look at the kind of people they recruit and arm. Jobless boys and girls, school dropouts, ex-convict, illiterate, area boys, people who have no stake, people who have nothing to lose. And they deceive them by giving them fake titles that you are a general, you are a commander, you are a captain, you are a field marshal, you are a lieutenant, you are commander-in-chief, you are this, you are that. And they deceive them that these titles are internationally recognized. So the illiterates believe that those titles are internationally recognized. And they deceive them that after, when they get their independence, these titles will be maintained in the Amazonian country. And these guys believe it. And that's why you see some of them even come on the social media and say they are general this, they are colonel this, they are commander this. I'm sure you have watched that before. That is the highest deception of the millennium. And they even go further to deceive them that from time to time, while waiting for independence, they will be doing visas for them to come to America and Europe to have vacation. No one of them have seen aeroplane. That's why the few commanders and Amazonian soldiers and fighters that God used me to restore them back to their senses and brought to Yaoundé. Some of them actually cried to me and said, bro, we have never entered an aeroplane. One of the things that made us to join this fight is because they told us we are going to enter a plane and go to America. So bros, I want to enter a plane. So I said, okay, you enter a plane. So some of them, I flew them from Lagos to Abuja. Some of them, I flew them from Benin City to Abuja. Some of them, I flew them from Calabar to Abuja. They say, what? Me, at that plane. The work can end now. I fulfilled my life. So these were things that were used to deceive these guys. And when some of them actually enter plane to go back to their home country, come and see the joy. Come and see joy. Come and see joy. Let me add one more lie that Ambazonians in the diaspora have been using to deceive the population. Let us create physical surrogates who are on our payroll, whose duty shall be to bear false witnesses against Cameroon, share false testimonies, false stories against Cameroon, and accuse Cameroon of things they know nothing about, and let every one of us, let all the Ambazonians create at least 100 fake Facebook profiles and buy at least 50 virtual numbers with which we can use to change the narratives and draw the attention of the international community, who shall come and help us to get our independence. You see, sometimes you see 2,000 people commenting and posting or sharing something on Facebook. You may think, these people are populated. No, it can just be 2 people who have multiplied themselves into many fake profiles and they are sharing it, and you think that is crowd. And when some people see it, they say, this is wonderful, it's going viral. They are just sharing it among them. Just 10 people can decide and become 10,000 people by virtue of fake profiles, because their aim is to change the narrative. That is what Ambazonia is. Who are Ambazonians, or what is Ambazonia? This is my definition. So I am the author of this. Who are Ambazonians? Who is an Ambazonia? Ambazonia is agitated mafias, baboons, armed robbers, and zookeepers obstructing national interest abominably. Say no to Ambazonia. Ambazonia is a cult. Ambazonia is a demon. Ambazonia is a bloodthirsty Satan sent to Cameroon to snatch the life of Cameroonians. Accept the peace extended to you by the Prime Minister. Live long. Make meaningful meaning of your life. Cameroon shall never, ever be divided. God bless you, and God bless the Republic of Cameroon.